Hello class, Mr. Stone here. The problem I found online today, it's got a couple of triangles in it. They gave us a couple angles. They gave us 110. They gave us a 60. They gave us an X. They tell us that these two lines actually are parallel. This is parallel to this. Okay, so we got quite a bit of things to work on. Okay, so hey, let's look above it. Put the angle rules. Okay, we'll do a couple of the first easy ones. Like we know that a straight line rule, see it's right up the top here, straight line's 180. So that means if this one's 110, that means this one, right, is going to be 180 minus 110 or 70. 70. I'm going to just write it down because I like to, so everybody can see everything. So we got 180 minus 110. Quick math is telling me it's 70. Okay, so that's how I arrived at that. Let's square that off so we know that's one of them. Okay, so we got 70. Now, let's see what else we know, okay? If we look up there, alternative angles, okay, right here. Okay, alternative angles are equal. Okay, so that means if this one's 60, right here, that's this one down here, that means this one up here would be 60 also, correct? Okay, oh, yeah, so that solves that. Okay, now, remember the old straight line, right up the top there, straight line. So that means if this is 60, what's this one? Okay, this is going to be 180 minus 60 or 120. Okay, so let's square that off. Now write 120 up there. 120. That's what that one's going to be. Okay, now, straight line. So if that's 60, this, okay, you could solve that even easier. Like I'm doing on the straight line because that's just one way. Okay, another way to do this, opposite angles. See it right there? Opposite angles. So if this is 60, that means this one's 60. Okay, so we know that's inside is 60. So that means that inside one is 60. Okay, so now we got a 60 inside, a 70 inside. How much is that? That's 130. Okay, we know triangles itself is 180. So what's X going to be? Right in here, X has got to be 180. Let's square this off so we know that's one of our problems. 180 minus 130. 130 is 50. Square that off so we know that. So that means X is 50. And that's my answer for the teacher. X is 50. X equals 50. And that was it. But you see how different ways you can solve this? Like, if you don't remember all these rules that are above, you don't remember the opposite one. But hey, you remember that straight line, okay? The straight line's 180. You can solve a lot of problems just with that. The triangle itself is 180, okay? You can remember the alternative angle thing and say, hey, if I know one, yeah, look at this, okay? This is also called the Z rule. See it here? It forms a Z, okay? It's a Z rule, okay? And we've covered those before in the past. So, just by doing that, you can solve these types of problems, and you can solve them fairly rapid, okay? And move on to the next one, okay? Just remember, you see how I blocked off all my work so I can go back in case at the end of the test I finish early. Never be the first one to turn it in. Always go back and check your math, okay? Check, is 180 minus 110, does it equal 70? Is 180 minus 60, does it equal 120? Okay, so you do all this just checking because you can make a silly mistake and that could cost you the right or wrong answer, okay? So remember, never be the first one to turn it in. Always be the last one. They're flipping lights on saying, hey, you got to move to the next class. The bell's ringing, everything, okay? And then you turn your paper in, okay? But at least you got to check all your things and, hey, you might come across a silly mistake and correct it and get the problem right, okay? If you like this math video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Recommend it to your friends because if they have students in school or they are students, maybe this will help them get a better grade. And that's what it's all about, kids getting a better grade. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.